Hello boys, welcome back to the channel again on the Gamer on Wheels YT. Now we're back here with this beautiful machine, Triumph Speed Triple 1200 RS. And it's been a while. I've rode it around like 500, 600 kilometers, and this is basically a first impression video, you can say, or maybe a short term video. Basically telling about the bike, the experience I've been with this bike on, and how it rides, how it feels, exhaust notes, and everything you want to know about the Speed Triple 1200 RS. So beginning with this sleek machine, you see it's a naked machine, not my type. It's me first time trying any naked machine, and that too not a like a Superbike but a hyper naked machine. I'm recording in my home, so don't mind some extra noises coming from here and there. Um, so talking about this machine, it's a beautiful machine. Comes in a three-cylinder engine. Has this beautiful, ergonomics with the single-sided swing arm. Very sleek machine and very lightweight machine, I would say. It's so lightweight it feels like I'm just riding my Duke 390. That much how light it is. So talking about the color, I got this gray color with this neon, hints everywhere. And if you just gonna ask me, it's a more of a practical machine. Why? I'll tell you. I've been living in Gurgaon since like last 4 or 5 months, I assume. And the Busa was getting very tiring for me in the Gurgaon traffic. I'm a daily rider, so I usually ride like every day or two. So Busa was getting really tiring for me in the traffics, in everything. Busa is a wonderful machine, but on straight roads, in the traffic, it was just drinking my blood, you can say. So I decided to shift on this Triumph for a while just to try test. It's a three-cylinder motor, about 1100 something cc. If I don't remember it well, I'll just put it up here for you guys. And it produces on paper about 177 bhp. Though I have exhaust and a few modification, the air filters and everything, it boosts up some bhp about like 2-3 bhp more. So you can assume it's basically like 180 bhp on this naked machine. It's a wheelie monster. It just pops up wheel even in the third gear. You must have checked my shorts on the YouTube channel as well. I was trying to drag race with my friend Faz on his ZX10R, the new facelift, and we were just stretching it out, and even in third gear it lifted up the front tire. So it's a wheelie monster, very comfortable to ride. The posture is as similar as my Duke 390. Sounds awesome after this aftermarket exhaust of Exil, and I'm in love with this single-sided swing arm, you can see here. Looks awesome. Although the speed triple and even the street triples of the Triumphs have a very personal and perspective based on the looks. So it varies from person to person. Personally, I love this machine, the way it looks, the way it's this color combo is the one I like. I don't prefer the black one because I've had all my bikes usually in the black color itself. So not really a huge fan of the black color for now. Although talking about the electronics, it has cruise control, it has quick shifters. The quick shifter, god damn it, I have to tell you about this. The quick shifter is one of the best quick shifters I've ever came across in my life. I've ridden my ZX10R 2019, I assume, and I've ridden new Busa. And I'm not really a fan of the Busa's quick shifters and auto blippers. They are very jerky. ZX was one of the best, but when I came across this machine, oh god, the quick shifter is such a good thing, such a good thing. You don't even realize how seamlessly it helps you shift the gear in the traffic. Such a good quick shifter. It has a few carbon touches. You can see this mud guard is offered in pure carbon fiber by the company itself. And these golden alloys by Olins, fully adjustable for the rebound and the compression. The braking is top notch of this machine. It gives me so much confidence of speeding this hyper naked machine, that because of the braking is such a awesome on point braking, you would say. So braking is one of its key factors. I have had the Busa, I've had the ZX, but oh lord, braking of this machine, it stops like in a blink of an eye, you can say. So braking is top notch. I haven't installed the seat yet. It does come with the footrest and the seat. I haven't installed it yet because I've been riding solo lately, so never mind. Talking about a con I've seen in this machine, needs to be talked of. It's the overheating issue. This machine heats a lot, a fucking lot. There have been one time where I've been in traffic for about like 15-20 minutes, and it heated so much that it overflowed the coolant from the pipes they are provided below. The coolant just went so hot, started boiling, and just went off the machine itself from the pipes given for the overflow. So heating is definitely an issue. Also, you feel the heating because there's no fairing protecting you from this heat coming off the engine. In the fairing bikes, you don't feel because the heat is coming only from a specific part of the bikes. But when this engine heats, it produces off so much heat you can feel it directly on your feet. Talking about the heat, this is the chasis provided, and you do rest your knees around this chasis. The chasis structure is such that when you rest on this bike, I'll just show you, I'll just demonstrate it with you. So when you just get on this bike, you can see my foot directly rest on this chasis of the machine. So when the bike is overheating, the chasis get a lot hot, and you directly feel that on your legs. That's one more downside. I'll show you the posture as well, how you ride and how it feels. You can see my posture here, how it feels when I ride it. It's very upright and very, good posture, I would say. Seat comfort is, I would rate it like maybe 6.5 out of 10. Seat comfort is not as good as Busa, but oh god, this machine. I do love the electronics features, and it does come with a keyless entry of like it doesn't require you to put in a key while riding. I'll just show you the key. So here's the key. It's a wireless key. You just need to put it in the pocket and just carry it around. So I've told you the pros, I told you the cons. I've been the high speed of about 220 on this machine. It's too much for a naked machine to take because the wind blast feels on a naked machine. It's very hard to get over the wind blasting to speed up on these machines. But the pros, I'm gonna count you again. Electronics, full of electronics. Quick shifter, you're gonna love the quick shifter. It might not sound a big deal to many of you guys, but when you start riding this machine on a daily basis, you will realize how much that quick shifter makes a difference in the riding experience of yours. So quick shifter, very on point. The brakes, I've told you. The sleek design, it's so easy to swerve between the traffics, so easy to filter the traffic with. Very lightweight machine. I told you it feels just like my Duke 390 with like maybe 5-10 kilos more. That's how light it feels. It comes about like 15.5 liters of the fuel tank capacity, if I'm right. So also one more key point I would like to acknowledge you with, it's mileage. My brother have been to about traveled about like 150 or 200 kilometers on it, and he doesn't ride too rash. But when we calculated everything, it was giving a goddamn mileage of 17 kilometers per liter. 17 kilometers per liter for a hyper naked machine, that too with like 1100 cc's, is just phenomenal. I've been on my Busa giving me around 7 8. I've been with my ZX with the same. So 17 18 comparing like a hyper naked machine of 1200 cc is so damn good. Fuel economy is a key factor that bothers Indians a lot. Many of us get the bikes anyhow, but the maintaining the bike, running the bike also feels like a burden. So fuel economy is one more key factor of this beautiful machine you need to consider. Cons, I'm telling you, cons, there are few. Overheating is the biggest con you will see. There is a quite noticeable vibration in the handlebars once you go over like 8,000 9,000 rpm. And also the keyless feature might sound good on the books, but when you just come towards the practical use of it, it does feel a useless feature to have to be having. Because I've been at places where I'm trying to start the ignition up and it's not recognizing the key that's still in just my pocket. And I've been at petrol pump even trying to open my fuel lid, but it's just not popping up. So there have been times that keyless feature feels much of a overkill that is not a necessity. I would have suggested a physical key instead, just in for emergency cases and everything. Because trust me, just think practically. If someday I get stuck because something went wrong in that remote system, I would have to carry this 190 kgs of machine everywhere, to just get it done. So one more con I would suggest. I've told you about the vibrations. The second con, Or the next con for this machine is the suspension. Suspension are provided by Olins with the master cylinder here as well. If you can see, these golden master cylinder and the front golden forks, they are adjustable, but they are very super stiff. You will literally feel every pebble going under your tire on this machine. You will feel that every jerk coming directly to your hands. That's one of the suspension things. So as I was saying, I had the ZX and it had a pretty stiff suspension. I've had the Busa. Busa suspension was just on point for the Indian roads, so comfy. But this machine had the stiffest suspension I've ever rode. You do feel everything that comes under your tire. Headlights. Talking about the headlights, it does have a good, throw, but not really a fan of the headlight really. Also, the front design of this machine is very, again, the perspective based. I would say someone likes it, someone don't. So personally, I love it. But apart from it, the even the next con I would say is the clutch. Clutch is a heavy thing. In this machine, the Busa had an hydraulic clutch if I remember well, but this has the manual one. But it does feel a lot heavy. Thanks to the quick shift of it, you don't realize it much when you are running on road. But when you do hold it in traffic, you do feel the clutch is on a heavier side of this machine. So these are the cons. The pros, I would say, comfortable machine. You can ride it as long as you want, as long as of a ride you can imagine. It won't bother your body. So comfort first. It has more than enough power to beat any little class machine in any drag. Not the top speed, I would say, but in acceleration, this machine is crazy. It can literally beat every little class machine you can imagine. I've dragged it with the ZX, so I know. Even in the third gear, it popped up wheelie. I was just trying, about to pass the ZX, and the wheelie just popped up. So talking about it's not gonna, you won't feel it's something naked, and you will be left behind in the squad of a little class machine with the fairings and all. You won't feel that difference anywhere. Lightweight, I told you how the lightweight helps. Comfort, electronics is full of electronics. I couldn't find the launch control yet, maybe because I haven't found much of a videos on YouTube about this machine. So that's it about the basic overview of mine about this machine. I'll try and explain you a dash and give you a closer look. Before that, let's hear the exhaust note of the machine. You do have to press in the clutch to start the ignition. Let's give it a little time to warm up. So you see how how much of a loud machine it's, because when I've been around the inline force, it does not feel that loud on the the idling and the neutral when you just idle it. But once it goes above that 4,000 RPM range, oh god, it just screams like a monster on the roads. So yeah, that's basically the general overview of me riding this machine about 500 600 kilometers for now. So if there's anything more I need to tell it, we'll just discuss in the later videos. For now, that's the basic overview of the machine.